Hello and welcome to this week's edition of The Rant. I'm Drew Rose.
Chris LeBon.
Brian.
We got the owner with us this week.
I know, welcome to the show.
I know. We had two guys fall out. Finally got the guy to come in and sit down with us and talk about stuff.
That's right.
So let's start off with a little bit of I guess movie news. Dark Knight, Batwing crashing. Is this a sign that this movie's not going to do any good? Because
it seems like maybe the Spider-Man on Broadway kind of curse.
Yes.
So I didn't hear about it crash. I just seen the picture of what they called the Batwing or some funky looking airfoil.
They're trying to keep it in theme with the Batmobile.
I know that. I'm not complaining about it. I was just
right.
Like, okay, I don't know what that is, but hey, if you want to call it the Batwing, call it whatever you want. Also, Selena Kyle, they actually did pictures of Selena Kyle on the Bat Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, people were complaining that she didn't look Catwoman-ish.
Did they want her to have a tail?
I guess they want like the
horn
mask
glasses,
and the goggles and the whole nine and the whip.
Well, she kind of had goggles on.
Yeah, she had
the goggles, but she didn't have the cat eye goggles
or the little cowl with the ears on it. Little cutesy little.
But the one thing I read was, you know, for one thing, you know, as you keep saying about Christopher Nolan, he wants to base everything in reality.
Yeah.
And Selena Kyle, depending on the origin that you go with, either is a hooker when she starts out, or thank you, Frank Miller,
yes,
or she's a cat burglar, and then she evolves into the Catwoman.
Well, that's what you have to take into the movie is that the characters never start off as the villain or the hero. There, except for maybe the Joker, but he was kind of
right.
But for Batman, even Batman wasn't Batman. He was just a guy wearing a suit, and he eventually evolved the suit into the Batman outfit.
The symbol.
So, like I said, people are just complaining a little too fast. Like, wait to see the movie. But given with all the production,
that's
video.
the internet.
Yeah. Speaking of the internet, thank you for the clips of Avengers that we got from Cleveland. Clip 1 of cat fighting, and clip 2, which I thought was funny that they even bothered putting it on, was just people running through the city screaming at the top of their lungs for a minute.
Stock footage for anything, really.
They were just taking pictures because they also had a picture of, I guess it was a prop guy holding a space gun.
They even had Captain America holding it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's looking at it going, what is this? He looked super goofy without his mask on. He looked like he was retarded.
He looks like Chris Evans.
Yeah, and the guys he was fighting were in like gray CG suits or something.
With the
little
golf balls or whatever things on them.
Avengers versus Andy Serkis.
So we're hoping that we're getting scrolls in the movie. Also, something we haven't talked about yet is a Superman picture, which I think they jumped the gun on releasing because I guess they didn't want anyone else to do it.
That is a terrible high-res picture. It looked like Superman skinned an alligator and created his suit out.
A blue alligator.
Dude, it is. I was
it really does look like a diving suit.
It does.
And it's like, maybe after he crashes through that big door, there's water behind him. So,
because I was just like, it's like Super Pimp. I'm like, did he kill a snake or something? What's wrong with that?
What was it?
Because they tried to textualize it like the Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just let it go.
Well,
is it all S logos or is
I'm sure it is because that's what they did with the previous version.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I didn't mind the Superman picture. I just thought the suit was. Hopefully that they'll tone it down a little bit.
And I don't remember exactly because I looked at it like forever ago now, but. One point that people were talking about was the crotch area was purposely like blacked out because of the new DC 52, and I'm like, I think that might be a bit much.
I don't think that was. I think it was just the pose that he was in at the time.
Yeah, just casted the shadow. I don't think it has anything to do with the costume because he would have had a collar and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
Or it would have been a T-shirt.
A T-shirt with a
towel.
With a baby cape.
With a baby cape. With a towel tucked in the back of his shirt. Yeah.
And some jeans. Some Levi jeans.
With a patch on the knee. That's what really does that outfit is the patch on the knee.
Oh yeah, that's
wow.
Really ties it together. Speaking about rebooting movie franchises, or not rebooting, but trying to start new movie franchises.
Oh,
Marvel.
Marvel's picking some
picking some
Out
out there. I know we've already talked about Doctor Strange, but another one that has come to the top has been Guardians of the Galaxy, which I would obviously like.
It's weird that they pick it, but it was a fun title.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if that wasn't planned when Green Lantern was still going to be a big deal.
And
True.
Like, hey, we got this. But then why not just do Nova or Quasar? They
I don't know.
about the same thing. I do think the problem with Marvel is they have a lot of characters, but I think if you would say their characters are like B and C type characters that just happen to work well in their comic book or in their team. So trying to put them out.
I guess that Marvel is just more team based, and then the individual characters come out of that. Because that's, Wolverine was obviously the new part of the new X-Men back in the 70s, and then everybody goes, oh God, we love Wolverine. And then Wolverine's in everything, and every team. And Spider-Man, was on his own, but even that they tied to Fantastic Four early on. Yeah, so.
Moving on to some comic book news. Back to Walking Dead, getting to Volume 0.
Have
you heard about that?
Tie in with the TV show.
Is it a TV show? I could have sworn it was for the...
It's going to be with the graphic novels, with the trades, but it's to answer the questions that people have about the TV show. That I guess maybe they did a better job of explaining in the books.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And the source material?
I would like to see what the questions are. Like that scene... Really, with the zombies biting him and he's dying, that really didn't get you?
No, the reason for the 0 is apparently a lot of people are freaking out about Lori and Shane, and they figure that Lori must have been cheating already, and it's pretty clear reading the books that it happened because he was dead.
Yeah,
but but even in the show, because that's why she gets mad. Maybe they went and got like a soda or a sandwich when that scene appeared during the argument. They were like,
and they didn't buy the DVD.
Yeah, because she's so pissed. You said he was dead. Well, I thought he was dead. I'm not an EMT. I'm a cop. I mean, Oh, well, obviously she was cheating on her husband before that. Where's that? Where did you get that from?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So I don't know if we'll ever actually see that, but it's they did announce that there's talk of doing it.
I think.
And I could see him trying to talk him into doing some sort of origin, and he's always said that he wasn't going to.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, Walking Dead 0 would be that scene in the show, like this. Here it is again. If you missed it,
it'll just be the pictures from the show in the panels
with some word balloons. I hope you read this one this time.
Also coming out, Walking Dead in the fall is the novel of The Rise of the Governor, which there's a little bit about that in the back of the newest Walking Dead this week, which
because that wasn't creepy enough in the comic.
Oh my God, I know, but I'm really looking forward to that book. Really looking forward to that book.
I don't see how you can go back and make the guy anything but the jackass that he is.
You can't. I don't know. Do they start off making it like, oh, he's just this normal, lovable guy. One day, snap, he just flipped a switch, and he's a badass. He's a jerk. Doesn't take any.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Fantastic Four 600.
Huh.
I think we kind of called this a year ago, but
the return of
yes.
But we don't maybe. We're not.
They're really playing up on this one.
Yeah, we're not really sure that Johnny's coming back.
We've gotten 5 or 6 teaser images.
Yeah, there was 2 of like Earth with different. I think the dispute on that one was the creative team on the top, or who was involved, and then we started getting images with. There's a John Romita Jr. of Human Torch in the background, and then the other 3 with Spider-Man on the front, but Johnny doesn't have any dark outline; it's all white.
And then of course they're going to still continue FF
which
with
I'm
number
glad.
12.
The end of Booster Gold, last week or 2 weeks now. Was it last week? There's a character that Alex. She disappears in the middle of the book, and there's a sound effect. And at the end, spoiler alert, if I should have already probably said this, the sound effect shows back up after Booster gets back and his suit's all ravaged, and he's like, oh, well, I guess I got a new one. And she shows back up and starts writing on the chalkboard again. So she's been doing this all along?
she writes all of the information that was on the board that started Flashpoint.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to tie in the current DC universe into the New 52 in just Flashpoint 5?
Good luck with it.
It's a quadruple-sized
Flashpoint
finale.
number 5 is going to be that thick.
You almost have to be, you know.
Enjoy reading the novel.
Also, kind of segue into this coming Tuesday, we got a midnight release for Flashpoint 5 / Justice League number 1 at the store. You can come in at 11 o'clock. We're starting.
11 o'clock from 11 to 2. That's August 30th. But we're going to have, the obligatory sale.
What's this about Action Comics for 10 cents?
We're going to, if you come in that night and you buy Flashpoint 5 and Justice League number 1, you'll get a coupon, I think it's the 7th.
Yeah.
When Action Comics number 1 ships, and it's going to be a $3.99 cover price. But if you showed up for the party and bought those 2 books, you can get it for a dime, which was the original price in 1938.
I'm there. Just because I'm really curious, I do want to read about Justice League and see how all this works.
And the baby cape.
And the baby cape. Get the baby cape for 10 cents.
Speaking of that, did you guys see the clip of CM Punk? He's a wrestler. I forget which side it was on. He did not. He doesn't enjoy Grant Morrison. All I have to say is F you at CM Punk. Okay. You probably still kick my ass in a real wrestling match too, probably, but F you.
What do you say about Grant Morrison besides he didn't like him?
That's all I needed to hear.
Oh, I don't like him.
I don't like him anymore because he doesn't like Grant Morrison. Because I'm. That's actually not true, but it's funnier that way. Yeah, he can dislike Grant Morrison all he wants, but he's just missing out on good stories. That's all I can say. Stupid CM Punk. Oh, he'll rue the day. This week on the pool list, Uncanny X-Men 542, Fear Itself tie-in. What were we thinking about this one?
I did not read it, although I was told about Colossal Knot.
Colossal Knot it is. I guess that's what we're calling them.
So, more spoilers, but I guess that's what the pull list is about, kind of.
Kind of.
Colossus makes a deal with
the devil.
A devil.
Sidorak?
Sidorak, it has to be.
The Sidorak, the Crimson.
Yeah, the guy that made Juggernaut the Juggernaut, and he gets a helmet of his own.
Too late.
So he's the Juggerlossus.
The Crimson Cosmos is where he has to go.
Crimson Cosmos.
What nonsense is this?
So now we're gonna have 2 Juggernauts, or is Juggernaut gonna stay with the worthy?
I don't know. I think this is only gonna last till 544. They're just going to pry that thing off of them. I'd recommend getting that one. That one's good.
just so you can see the Juggerlossus.
Just get it.
Juggerlossus.
Just get it.
The Juggernaut.
And then Avengers, Fear Itself, number 16 tie-in. We got Steve versus Nazi Steve on the cover. That's all I really
Steve
got.
versus Nazi Steve.
So, if it's Fear Itself, why is he still wearing Commander Roger and not...
He hasn't had time to change clothes.
Oh.
Well... Yeah, I don't know. He's still whining like a little bitch. Oh, man, Bucky's dead. Bucky's dead. Maria Hill's like, oh, hey, guess what? Pop collar. We're going to go fight some Nazis in a castle. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Hey, look. Here's an ad for pajamas. Whoa, look at this. Let's ring this doorbell. Oh, kaboom. You're freaking fighting Nazis. Why would you just knock the door down?
Just open the door.
Oops. Surprise. Boom! It's just fight after fight after fight scene.
And these are not neo-Nazis. These are old school Nazis.
These are old school. And good thing about the shield.
God,
doubles as a sled, triples as a spring. Just in case you may ever be in that position.
Just in case you run out of trampoline. Hey, get the shield.
Oh, by the way, doesn't it absorb
sound
and vibrations?
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
Well, it has to get rid of them sometime, right?
Yeah. I would recommend getting this book just because the creative team is good. It's just,
So just like the Avengers Fear Itself crossover and the Uncanny X-Men Fear Itself crossover, you should pick up just so you can see how goofy.
Yes.